Here's something nobody talks about. You can sleep 8 hours every single night and still wake up exhausted. Not groggy. Not just slow to start. Actually exhausted. Like your body never got the message that rest happened. Most people assume this means they need more sleep. So they try 9 hours. Maybe 10. They go to bed earlier. They buy blackout curtains. They try melatonin. And nothing changes. That's because the problem was never how long you were asleep. The problem is what your body was doing while you were asleep. Let me explain. Sleep isn't one thing. It's not like plugging in your phone where you just leave it alone and it charges. Sleep is an active process. Your body is supposed to cycle through specific stages, each one doing something different. Deep sleep repairs your muscles, clears waste from your brain, restores your immune system. REM sleep processes emotions, consolidates memories, resets your stress response. If you're not getting enough of those stages, it doesn't matter how many hours you spend in bed. You're not actually recovering. You're just horizontal. And here's where it gets interesting. Most people who feel chronically tired aren't sleep-deprived in the traditional sense. They're deep sleep-deprived. They're getting plenty of light sleep, maybe decent REM, but their body is skipping the part that actually makes you feel restored. I have a friend named David. Runs a small marketing agency, works hard, takes care of himself. For over a year, he couldn't figure out why he felt like he was operating at 60% capacity every single day. He was sleeping. He was exercising. He was eating reasonably well. On paper, everything looked fine. But he was tired. All the time. Not sleepy exactly, just depleted. Like he was running on a battery that never fully charged. He went to his doctor. Blood work came back normal. Thyroid, fine. Iron levels, fine. Vitamin D, fine. The doctor told him to manage his stress better. Maybe try yoga. That's the advice we all get, right? Just relax more. But David started tracking his sleep with a Whoop band. And within a week, he saw the problem in black and white. He was averaging 6.5 hours in bed. But his deep sleep? 40 minutes. On a good night, maybe 50. For context, most adults need somewhere between 90 minutes and 2 hours of deep sleep to feel fully restored. David was getting less than half that, every single night. His body wasn't failing to sleep. It was failing to recover. So why does this happen? A few reasons, but the biggest one is something most people never consider. Alcohol. David wasn't a heavy drinker, but he'd have a glass or two of wine with dinner maybe 4 nights a week. Nothing crazy. Totally normal by most standards. But here's what alcohol does. It's a sedative, so it helps you fall asleep faster. That's why people think it helps. But as your body metabolizes the alcohol overnight, it fragments your sleep architecture. It suppresses REM. It crushes deep sleep. And it spikes your heart rate for hours while you're supposedly resting. You feel like you slept. But your body never got what it needed. David cut alcohol on weeknights. That's it. Still drank on weekends occasionally, but Monday through Thursday, nothing. Within 10 days, his deep sleep nearly doubled. His resting heart rate dropped. And that constant foggy tiredness, it started lifting. He didn't sleep more. He didn't change his bedtime. He just removed the thing that was sabotaging his recovery without him knowing. Here's another thing that destroys deep sleep that nobody warns you about. Eating too close to bed. When you eat, your body has to digest. Digestion raises your core temperature and keeps your metabolism active. But deep sleep requires your core temperature to drop. If your body is still processing food at midnight, it can't cool down properly. So it skips the deep stages and keeps you in lighter sleep instead. This is why some people can eat dinner at 6 p.m. and sleep great. But the same person eating at 9 p.m. wakes up feeling like they barely rested. The timing matters as much as the food itself. Same goes for intense exercise late at night, for screens in bed, for caffeine after noon, for sleeping in a room that's too warm. Each one seems small, but they stack, and they all interfere with the same thing: your body's ability to drop into actual restorative sleep. What most people don't realize is that tiredness isn't binary. It's not just rested or sleep-deprived. There's a middle zone where you're getting enough sleep to function, but not enough recovery to thrive. And you can stay stuck in that zone for months, years even. You adapt. You think this is just how you feel now. Maybe you're getting older. Maybe you're just busy. Maybe this is just life. But it's not. That low-grade exhaustion isn't normal. It's a signal. And the fix usually isn't sleeping more. It's protecting the sleep you're already getting. So if you've been tired for a